Good afternoon, class. This is Marcel. Today I'm talking about two different schools for websites, viewing their physical education and athletic websites. What's the difference, bad or good about 'em. But I looked at two schools. One of the schools I actually attended, which is Sarah High School, which is located in Gardena. And then the other school that I looked at was St. Bernard's, which is kind of like the Westchester area, not too far from LMU or Westchester High School, right next door to Westchester High School, actually. Um, and I saw a big difference in both websites. As far as Sarah is well known now. They're well known for their athletics. They have one of the top track teams, top football teams, top baseball teams, basketball teams in the country. And so when I viewed their site, they had a lot of information based off of athletics. So they had everything. They had all their alumni that ever played football or basketball. They had where they are now. They had uh, a big page for schedule and results. They had their team page for all the different teams. They had a bundle of information. They had team visiting team guides. They had handbook and forms. They had you could even watch their games on their actual website. They streamed them on their actual site. They had summer camp information for sports, all booster clubs. They had tons of clothing. They had so much information for their athletics, as opposed to St. Bernard's, which really isn't too known for their sports. When I clicked on their athletic page, they had information, contact information, their rosters, but as far as like their alumni and just learning a lot about the history of their sports, they didn't have too much on that, which isn't a bad thing. They had the basic stuff like their schedule of events for the sports for that coming year or for the semester for whatever sports. They had their roster, they had their coaches, they had, the basic stuff. But as opposed to Sarah, they just had so much. They had contact area for where the college or collegiate coach could contact them. They had everything. What I really was impressed by was their actual store. I never seen a high school that had that much stuff. They had Nike gear, like so much Nike gear, like they were almost a university. Um, they had a lot of information. Now talking about the PE part of it, Sarah, they really didn't have too much to say about their actual school. When I clicked on the class and PE class, they didn't even have any contact information. Under PE, they didn't even have a teacher. They had a the music teacher was actually listed under physical education, which was, I guess, a mistake that they made. But they didn't have that much information. Now that I click on it now, academics, they had classwork and homework. They had a counseling section, online bookstore. That's basically it. It wasn't too much about the PE or their other classes. Most of their website is basically sports. There's a lot of sports, and it's hard for me to say that because I went to Sarah, and I'm not trying to bash them, but it seems like they're more geared to just sports as opposed to actual academics. Um, when you look on St. Bernard's, as far as their PE website or just other schooling stuff, like more of their school, they had a lot of information, a whole lot of information for their website. Let me click on it right now so I can tell you guys. They had a lot of information as far as classes you could attend. I mean, extracurricular classes. They had a forum where you could take SAT courses. They had a lot of information that Sarah didn't have. And like I said, Sarah is mainly a sports school now, so that's what I kind of expected. When you click on academics, you can see that they had graduation requirements. They had student handbooks, course catalog, ASB activities, honors, and AP courses. They had a fast web scholarship link. They had a lot of links. They had teacher websites. They had guidance websites. Um, it's a Catholic school, so they had campus ministry. They had a lot of stuff that you can choose from. And you actually, if you click on health or physical education, they have a page just for that. Tells you some of the courses that they do and what their goals and stuff are. You click on Sarah, like I said, they talked about the music teacher, but they had nothing about physical education. So, I mean, overall, I think that both schools' websites were pretty good. Um, Sarah, as far as the more academics, didn't have that much information, but if you wanted to know a lot about sports, perfect. St. Bernard's um, athletic page or whatever wasn't bad. It was basic. It had the basic stuff that you should know about their program. Any questions you had, they had it. But they didn't have as much as Sarah. But as far as their academics, they had everything to offer, and that's what school is about anyway. It's about academics. So if you want to judge the two, if I was to rate the two, I'll give St. Bernard's a 10 and Sarah maybe a 7.5, just because it wasn't that much information in the academic portion. But it was over. They both were overall pretty good websites. And that basically concludes my little speech. Thank you.